Hello and welcome back. We're all gathered here and we've decided we're going to take on this room up this slope. Now, how are we going to do this? Right, this room may have 15 bugbears in it, and if we can get beaten badly by 3 or 5, then, well, we need to think of something. So what Carrick is going to do is he's going to borrow Donard's sling and he's going to go up to here. Now this is dark, so he can see the door, and he's going to throw a sling stone at the door. Now why is he not using his crossbow or even an arrow like Sylvia could shoot it? Well, because if you shot the door with an arrow or a bolt, there's a good chance it would stick in it. So whoever opens the door would see this big arrow sticking out, and well, that would mean trouble. This is the equivalent of throwing a pebble at a window to get someone's attention. So that's what he's going to do. Now I'll roll a hit roll to see if he hits AC 9. He gets a dex bonus. He doesn't hit it. Okay, so that bounced off the wall. Actually no, that hit the door. You've got to remember that a miss doesn't mean you didn't connect and you hit fresh air. What it means is you did hit, or unless you fumble really badly with a low roll, it means you hit but you didn't get through. So for example, if you fire an arrow at somebody and you miss, well, that could mean it just bounced off their helmet. So he indeed hits the door, and after a few seconds there's a grunt and the door opens. This place is lit because bugbears don't have infravision, and light spills out. But this is dark, so whoever opens the door, it is indeed a bugbear, can't see. So he goes back in, comes back out again with a torch. Now what does Carrick do? He throws another sling stone. And this time he hits. Right, he hit AC 3. Now that was probably not intended, but we'll see how much damage it does. 3. Okay. Now that's got this bugbear a bit pissed off that somebody's thrown a stone at him. He maybe thinks it's one of his friends having a laugh, or an escaped prisoner. So Carrick totters off back to here. Everybody else is on ranged duty. We have Donard and Coram on melee, and we have our ogre hiding here in the dark on melee, and Sylvia and Liz can easily fire up there. So Carrick comes back to here, changes into his sword and shield, and this bugbear comes round the corner. Right, we're not surprised to see him. Is he canny enough to be surprised by us, or not? And we do surprise him. Excellent. This is going according to plan. So yes, we're going to launch missiles on him. Sylvia, with a short range bonus, hits and does 4 damage. He's from 9 to 5. Liz misses. Shame. We'll have Coram with throwing one of his hand axes, and he hits and he takes out that bugbear. Okay, that was actually quite easy. Now the thing is, we might have more of them in there. Well, they're probably wondering what has happened to Gus or Fred. They don't necessarily think anything wrong has happened. So Carrick is going to try that stunt again. And now this time the door is open, and he's going to throw a sling stone into the room. Okay. With his 1 dex, that does hit AC 9, so yes, sling stone goes into the room and bounces off the walls. Now this time 2 bugbears are going to investigate. So what do? We drag Gus's body, I've decided he's called Gus, away down here. That's what the ogre does. And then we also extinguish that torch. So by the time that these 2 bugbears look out the door, it's dark again. Now Carrick can see them. Now they need to go back in. Now either they come forward into the dark, or else one of them goes back and gets another torch. They don't have hundreds of torches. We'll say they had 3. They've used 1. He comes back and takes another one, and 2 of them come down this slope. Carrick is going to back off. He can't take on 2, even if he manages to slingstone one of them. So he backs off to here, and he's going to try and throw at that wall. Yep. And another little stone goes pink off that wall. And these guys move down to investigate. They have a torch, we don't. So we're in darkness. Is that good enough for us to get a surprise attack? I'll say yes on a roll of 1 to 4. Yes. Okay. Missile first. Prior to this, little Coram went and grabbed his hand axe out of the corpse of this bugbear. And that's Sylvia who misses. Liz hits, does 3 damage. Little Coram with his hand axe misses. Right. Then we have our front line. Are they going to move up and attack? No, we're all going to back off. So this guy got shot by an arrow and other missiles came at them. Right, what is their reaction roll? Oh, that's quite low. Their morale is quite high. So yes, they have the morale to run forward. Let's roll for initiative. Oh, and they get initiative. Right. We have 1 on Donard, and that's a miss. And 1 on Carrick, and that's a miss. Okay. Then it's Origo. Right, missiles again. Liz hits and does 6 damage. Sweet. 1 is down to 3. Sylvia misses. Right, that's the missile over with. Now from round the back comes our ogre. And he does 1d10 plus 2 if he hits. And he's going to take on with a big surprise. We can't tell him to be quiet. And what's his attack roll? He's a high level monster. 4 plus 1. He hits AC 6 and they have AC 5. That's a miss. Right. Let's do Donard. Misses. And let's do Carrick. And who misses? Right, round 2. And they get initiative again. I've noticed they're very good at this. The one on Donard misses. The one on Carrick misses. Missiles again. Liz misses. Sylvia misses. Right, melee. Coram. Right, he gets 3 onto that. Right, his Thaco is 16. So hits AC 2. He does 3 damage because he has got a little magic hand axe plus 1. Imagine his surprise when he hits harder than he thinks. So that is from 12 to 5. Then we have Carrick, who hits and takes out one of them. And then we have Ogre, who misses. God, we paid 350 gold for this guy, and he hasn't hit yet. Right, there's one left. Let's roll for initiative on round 3. He gets it. His morale holds up. He goes for Carrick. Yep. and that is AC 1. And Carrick is AC 0. That's a miss. Right, let's finish this one off. He's got 5 HP. Liz, do the missing. Sylvia misses. Donard misses. Coram hits and does 2 plus 3, and sure enough, that's a third dead bugbear. Right, I think that little maneuver was quite successful. We will strip these bugbears of their belongings. They have swords and shields and another torch. We'll extinguish that. We'll drag the bodies to here, and then, well, we'll work out what to do next. Okay, we're going to send Carrick up the slope again. Remember, this is dark, and he gets to about here, and there's 1 torch left, so this room is much gloomier. And inside this room is another 7 bugbears. These are females. They're slightly smaller and slightly weaker, but there's still 7 of them. Now, they're obviously wondering what has happened to their men, but they are armed and they do attack. Well, he can walk back again. Now, they're on the alert. It's unlikely we will surprise them. Donard is going to cast his second Cure Light Wounds. Okay, he's up to 14. Right. This is 30 feet. I think we could move up to here, because this is at an angle, and see in to this far. It will be dark here, and if we're lucky, we can get a couple of missiles rounds on this slot, because there will be some here. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to creep up and we're going to get a missile attack. We're in the dark, they're in the light. So we're going to have Liz, Sylvia and Coram with his hand axe. They're going to shoot and run. And we've got our 2 frontliners here. Right, Liz misses. Sylvia hits and does 3 damage. And Coram throws his little hand axe and hits and does another 4 damage. So 1 is down to 5, 1 is down to 4. That's our surprise attack. We run. What is their reaction? 8. Negotiate. Right. Okay, they don't seem to want to follow us. That is, again, negotiate. Okay. I'm going to use negotiate here to mean that they're talking amongst themselves, getting themselves ready, wondering what is happening. And that is 11. And that is friendly. Right. This is not friendly the way we might be friends with each other. This is respectful. In other words, they realise that we could slaughter them and they want to, in effect, surrender. Do we accept their surrender, or do we do the dirty on them? These animals are vicious and evil. Let's get a description of a bugbear. Bugbears are giant hairy goblins. Despite their size and awkward walk, they move very quietly and attack without warning whenever they can. They surprise on a roll of 1d3 due to their stealth. When using weapons, they add +1 to all hit and damage rolls because of their strength. Their alignment is chaotic. They're not to be trusted. What happens if we negotiate with them and they use their sneakiness to stab us in the back? Yeah, that's highly likely, so yes, they might want to parley with us and offer surrender. I don't think you can do it with these types of creatures. We're going to use their surrender as an attack of opportunity. You don't really get those in these games, but I see that's fitting. Yeah, sorry ladies, but I think Liz is gonna lead the charge, and she hits and she takes out one of them. Okay, well it's pretty clear that negotiations have ended in failure. Right, so Sylvia's gonna follow suit. And yep, and she takes out another one. There's 5 left. Donard misses badly. Coram misses badly. Right. Carrick misses badly. And it's up to this ogre to try and pull things around. And he misses. He hits AC 8. Not happy. Right. So it's round 1. And we get initiative. Right. Liz tries for another. Misses. Sylvia misses. Donard misses. Coram hits and does 3 damage. We managed to hit with a 1. Carrick is on 1. He misses. And our ogre, who is yet to hit, hits and cleans out 1 with 1 strike. And there's 4 of them left. 1 on Donard. They're level 2 monsters. And a 14. No, that's a miss. 1 on Carrick. Misses. 1 on Coram. Misses. And 1 on our ogre. Misses. Right. Round 2. And we get initiative. Liz hits and does 3 damage. It's another one down to 5. Sylvia, with a short range bonus, misses, hits AC 7. They have AC 6. Donard easily hits with 3 bonuses. One is from 8 to 2. Coram, with his 3 bonuses, hits. 1 and 2 plus 3 is 5. Kills another. There are 3 left. Carrick misses. And our big ogre hits and takes 1 from 8 down to 1 HP. He does 1d10 plus 2 damage. So that was 7. Their round. There is 3 left. 1 on Donard. Misses. 1 on Carrick. Hits AC 1 and misses. The 1 on Coram misses. Okay, round 3. And they get initiative. Same thing. The 1 on Donard misses. The 1 on Carrick misses badly. And the 1 on Coram hits. Yep. And they don't get any bonuses to damage. Okay, he's got 1 HP left. He needs to get out of there. That's going to be his turn. Our turn. Liz hits, cleans 1 out. Sylvia misses. Donard hits, cleans another 1 out. There's 1 left. Carrick misses it. And our ogre smashes it to oblivion. So we've cleaned out this room here. This is called a common room. And there are 3 young in the corner. They were defending. We're going to leave them. Let's read up a little bit about this common room. Okay. It's got bedding, old garments, rags here and there. Oh, actually, the 3 young do fight. Let's roll for their morale. and they fail their morale check. So yeah, they cower in the corner. They only have a morale of 7. Right, and it says, blackened by soot, there is a silver urn worth 175 gold pieces near the fireplace, but only close examination will reveal its true nature. I don't think we're interested in that kind of close examination, so we miss that treasure, but we might as well loot the bodies of these fallen females. And actually they don't have any treasure on them. What we'll do is we'll throw some silver pieces at the kids, just to make sure that they kind of scrabble over it, rather than follow us. So that's this room cleared out. We're going to leave it and we're going to close this door behind us. It doesn't have a lock. We have to go back to here. When we get here, we'll have a little discussion on what to do with those 3 frightened kids. Right, our party are here, and I have made a couple of mistakes. One mistake was that Carrick got hit, and I said the Bugbear hit AC 1. I forgot to get a +1 to hit and damage, so he actually took 4 damage there, so his health is down to 1. Not pleased with that. The other mistake I made was that when I read the description for a Bugbear, it just gives basic stats. And it also says that bugbears are giant hairy goblins. Okay, now I assume that they didn't have infravision, but if I look at the description for a goblin, goblins have well developed infravision, so I suppose I should have cross-referenced that and given bugbears infravision. My little strategy relied on the fact that we could see in the dark, well, our dwarves could, and they couldn't. Okay, well, it was, 10 minutes of game time and 3 bugbears. Not that great a slip up. I have to say the upside was I did enjoy trying to employ a strategy rather than simply just going in there. Right, we're going to leave these bugbear children. We have 3 more swords and 3 shields. So we could start to arm these prisoners in here. There are 10 altogether, and we have 5 spears, 5 shields, and 3 swords. We'll do that if we come across another large fight like this one, but experience has shown us that when you have a lot of people crammed into a tiny area, well, it's actually more trouble than it's worth. So we're going to go back to here, and with our lantern low, move up here. Now I'm going to change what I said before. This place could be unlit because bugbears do have infravision. Okay, so we come to another junction. We can look around the corner and see a door here to the west and one to the east. Let's get our thief to listen at the west door. Alright, and she hears something. She hears a large voice speaking in a language she doesn't know, but she recognises it as bugbearish, speaking to a slightly louder, more female bugbearish voice. So we know there's something going on here. And experience has shown us that chiefs tend to be guarded by their consorts. Right, now let's listen at this door here. And she doesn't hear anything. Okay, so it's... Right, now Carrick's health is at 1. Donard's going to use the Staff of Healing on him. Okay, it's up to 5. And he does have a healing potion. I like to sort of try and keep these things for emergencies. I suppose this is an emergency. Ah, right, and that does another 6 points. So he's up to full health at 11. Right, have to mark that off our inventory. Oh well. So he tries to open this door and it's locked. Can Liz pick the lock? And she fails to. So we brace ourselves for a fight. Right, Coram has only 1 HP left, so he's going to take the back line with his hand axes. He has 4 of them. He's not going to throw his hand axe +1, because that's too precious. He has discovered that it does indeed work like magic, and he does more damage with it. So he's going to throw 3 hand axes, we have our two usual archers, and we have Carrick, an ogre, and Donard. We've heard two voices in here. We're going to throw open this door and go for it. Now, have they heard us milling around here? Do we surprise them? On a roll of 1 to 2, we do. Oops. Oh, look at that. A 1. We surprise them. Excellent. We get a free attack. So, it's missiles first. Good. Let's go for this chief. He has AC 5. Liz. Misses. Nice one. Sylvia. Misses. Coram with one of his 3 missiles. Right, he does not get any dex bonus. I shall check on that. Nope. In fact, he has a -1 dex penalty. So he hits AC 6. That's a miss. Oh, there's 3 missiles that's gone. Right, let's get our cleric. And he misses. And let's get our fighter. And he misses. And finally, let's get this ogre. And he misses. Did you see that was going to be an 18? Right, well that's our surprise round. And that was an entire round of misses. Let's roll for initiative. And we get initiative. Hey, let's see if we can miss 6 times again. Right, Liz. Right, now she gets 1 for short range, 1 for legs. So that's 19. Yeah, she easily hits and does 7 damage. And that chief is from 18 to 11. He's tough. Right. Sylvia misses. Coram with his 3rd little hatchet misses. Sorry, 2nd little one. Right. Donard misses. Carrick misses. And our big ogre. Let's check on this. He's a 4+1 hit dice monster. And he has to hit AC 5, hits AC 8, so that's a miss. Well, there you go. They're round. The chief is going to go for Donard, and he hits, and he does 4 damage. His consort is going to go for Carrick, and she misses. So we're on to round 2. And we get initiative. Right, Liz hits nicely and does 8 damage and takes the chief down to 3. Coram is going to throw his 3rd and final throwing axe. And he hits, well, 14 is AC 5. Yep, so he does hit, and he kills the chief. Magic. Sylvia is going to cast her one and only magic missile on this consort. And she does 2 damage. It's from 10 to 12. Donard hits and does 8 damage, and she is down from 10 to 2. Carrick misses, and our ogre friend misses. Right, her turn. Is her morale going to hold up? No, it breaks. She tries to run, and she runs to the back of the room here. Consort fidgets with a lock, bolts through what is a secret door. We didn't see it, it just looked like the back of a wall, and into here. Now we're going to pursue her. Right. Now there's no room here for archery. It has to be our 3 melee fighters. And when we get round the corner, she's stuck here. And she has a chance to fight back. Now what has happened is there's a second secret door here, which the chief knew about, but she didn't. Right. Let's see. And she badly flails, she's panicking. Right. Let's see who can finish her off. Donard? Yes, it's him. And she is dead. Now we've got an interesting situation. We have an orc chief here to rob. We have his consort here to pilfer, and we can examine this room. What we get off the chief is a bunch of keys, and we assume they open this room here. Does he have anything else? Yeah, he's got a bag. In the bag with the key also had 29 platinum pieces and 3 50 gold piece gems in it. And this consort of his has some large gold earrings worth 100 gold pieces. So we're going to take all that. Now there are some silks, but we probably won't find them. Now there is a chest stuck up on a high shelf. Now we have got an ogre, and that ogre is strong enough. Now it says the chest is heavy, but it's not heavy enough for an ogre, so he can take that down. It says it'll need 3 or 4 strong characters to bring this down safely. Well, I'm going to say that's the equivalent of 1 ogre. Right, so we get that chest off the wall, and in it we find an alabaster statue with ivory inlays. Carrick looks at that and thinks, oh, that'll be worth something. And 2 potions of healing. Good, because, well, we have used 1. In fact, that's very good. Now, on the wall is another little hand axe, which looks like the one that Coram has. So that's probably another hand axe plus 1. Now, we're going to see if there is a secret door here. As far as we're concerned, this could have just been a bolt hole that ended in a dead end. So we're going to have our elf, Sylvia, check to see if she can find a secret door here. And she does. And she runs her fingers over the edge of it and finds a little catch for it to click open. Right, we're going to carefully close that because it goes into what looks like a really dark cavern. We can come back and explore that later. We have other things to do. Then we're going to use the key in this door, and indeed it opens, and this is a spoils room. There's another fine looking shield. Sylvia does not have a fine looking shield. There's some herbs, catnip, which apparently bugbears like, and various other foods and stuff, including a small keg of oil, 20 flask capacity. Right, now we're not going to really be able to carry that. We might be able to come back to it. We know it's there. So we've got some pretty nice treasure, and we've got some more weapons to arm these prisoners. And we have indeed, apart from the secret door, cleaned out this entire dungeon. We didn't need them, but we're going to go into here. We're going to use the chief's key, or all the keys that we found, to unlock this padlock. That long chain that goes around the wall, we can pull it out, and all these humanoids and goblinoids and koboldoids are free, and they run. They don't even say thank you, they just bolt. They probably grab a spear from the little pile that we've accumulated here, or a shield, and we have the 2 humans who stay and thank us profusely. Now our healing is low, our health isn't that great, Coram is down to 1. We're going to escort our 2 humans, and we're going to go back to the keep and tot up all our treasure, rest, and then do, well, from my point of view, do an XP tally. I think everybody should get 50 XP for rescuing the prisoners. So next time we'll begin with just an overland walk back to the keep. So I'll see you then.